What's up? BigHerc916, positivity, motivation, never settle for average. You know how we do it over here. I had some of the viewers comment about basically saying they're going to be single forever. They're not interested in getting involved with the relationship. They said the dating game is garbage. Finding a good woman is slim to none. And my response to that is don't lose hope, but the good woman, you're going to have to meet her in person. You're probably not going to meet her through a dating app. You're probably not going to meet her over an Instagram post, because if she's a good woman, she might have Facebook, but she doesn't give a damn about followers or views. She's not putting posts up on her social media with her breast out, twerking, shaking her ass. She's not angry at men. She's probably working a good job, maybe going to school, maybe already into her career, but she's not out there spreading her business, talking about how miserable she is and how bad the men are, because she's looking for a good man. And that's that woman that you see shopping in Trader Joe's or in Sprouts. And all you got to do is walk by and just look in her shopping basket. You see that she's shopping for one. She has no ring on her finger. She's kind of like on her little mission, and she'd probably be open to conversation if you holler at her. But see, a lot of you guys are scared to talk to these women in person nowadays for fear of being rejected, but that comes with meeting a good woman. Because these females you see putting their coochies out, and they're always showing their bodies. They're thirsty, and they don't realize that there are certain things that should be left only to be revealed to their man. It's all right if you want to wear something that's attractive, but attractive and stripper material is two different things. You know, back in the day, man, if a female was a stripper, you didn't know unless you stumbled up in a strip club and you saw her on stage. Outside of the strip club, she wore like baggy jeans, you know, oversized shirts, hats. She wasn't advertising that she was a stripper. But nowadays, these females are advertising everything, and they have no shame. And then they got these crazy body counts, and they expect you to look past all that and accept them in spite of what they've done with themselves. And I'm not here to judge them. It's just a reality, but everything has a trade-off. I committed crimes. I got a felony. It's a trade-off. I got to live with it. I can't reverse that. I can't erase it. It's something that I have to explain if I meet somebody that doesn't know about my background and we, end up doing business together. It's the same thing with a female. You start talking to this guy, you like him, he wants to get to know you better, and it's better to learn from you than from his friends that you were doing OnlyFans or that you were getting blowed out. Because I've seen where guys were in relationships with females and come to find out that years prior, this female had dated somebody in the gym he knew, and immediately his feelings changed. See, guys, when they hear stuff like that, their mind goes a million miles per hour. They automatically start thinking like, wow, what did she do with this dude, and what does he know about her that I don't know about her? And that just kind of kills it, especially if he's thinking about wifing her. So for a lot of you women out there, You want a good man? Well, there's sacrifices. I mean, I understand you want to make your money, you're doing what you can, but a dude is gonna only look at you as wreck. He's not gonna look at you as anything beyond recreational. He's not gonna want to take you home to meet his parents. He's not gonna want to have a child with you because he feels like you've been devalued, and that's just the reality of it. It's nothing to offend. It's just unless a guy's um, a beta or a cuck and he just doesn't care because he's so caught up on your looks. But then she won't respect him. She'll hook up with him and live in a nice house, but she's gonna be getting blowed out by somebody else because that's just her nature. But there are good women out there, and I'm not saying all these girls who have done OnlyFans are bad women. I'm just saying as far as when you talk about quality and someone who is saving themselves, and nowadays they're like, who saves themselves? I don't know. I mean, there's women out there who still feel like they're not going to just let everybody blow their cheeks out, and maybe they've held out a little bit longer, and even then, it's like if you're not publicizing, then there's a possibility that the guy won't know that you've been blowed out. But the cold thing about it is that if you have been doing anything on social media, and the way the world is now, there's less than 3 degrees of separation, it will come to light that you were for the streets. So watch yourself, women and guys. Don't lose hope. There's good women out there. You just got to work a little bit harder to find them. Maybe go to the rodeo, Sprouts, Trader Joe's, um, art festivals, wine festivals, church. There's places out there where women have value. They're not all about putting their cooters out there. So do your homework, man. Don't throw in the towel. The biggest thing is her social media. How, like, what does her social media look like? If she's like, I don't really use social media, but for work, that's a plus. If she doesn't know certain people on social media, that's a plus. That means she's not infatuated with being famous or popular or being accepted. And those are the best women out there. Those are the women who are gonna pay more attention to what you like, your interests, supporting you in your dreams, and in the process you can support her in her dreams, because it's such a selfish relationship nowadays. Most people don't even conversate about each other's goals and dreams. They're like, I'm with this person, but none of it lasts. You see all these athletes and people, these celebrities who don't hook the relationships. They got about 3 to 6 years and it's a wrap. And usually within that time, they've had 2 kids. But some of the biggest mistakes is they've married these women who their whole thing is based on being with somebody famous, somebody popular, materialism, and there's little things you can do to test them, man. You got to throw little innuendos out there and see how she responds, and that'll tell you whether or not she's really about that business. But I used to always test them. I would always put things out to see if they would be down. Like, hey, I'm working on my book. Oh, I can do it for you. It'd be like, it'd only be like 200-300 bucks, and I'll edit it for you. Rather than, well, how many chapters you got done? I can help you edit your book. See the difference? How, how one wants to get paid, the other one is doing it because they want to see you accomplish something. I remember I said one time, at the time I was like, I want to get a classic Ferrari. I said, my goal in the next, 10 years is to get a Ferrari. probably I'm like the 355, like a 90 something. Oh, that's old. Why you want to get an old car? An old car? So you're thinking everything's new, and that tells you where her mind's at. It's not like, oh yeah, classics. That's cool. What model? That, oh, the 355. That's a nice Ferrari. Yeah, those were. They still had the gated manual and blah blah blah. Not, there's little things you throw out there just to see, what this woman is thinking about in the relationship. Um, you go somewhere and it's a nice place to eat at, and at no point does she even appear to seem like she wants to put in for it. And you guys are just you're not even having sex, you're not dating. You know what I mean? You're not like intimate, and she's just thinking everything's on you because you maybe appear to be in a certain financial situation. A good woman, even though you're not going to make her pay, she might, be like, okay, you do this one, I'll do the next one, or how about I do this one? I mean, just there's little consideration things. And, some people might say, oh, a man should always pay. Well, you don't always want to give up the cheeks. So why should we always want to pay? At the same time, if, I can understand if you don't want to have dinner by yourself, but just taking people for granted on in either side. But a good woman's not going to take you for granted. She's not going to assume that there are certain things that are a given. She's going to respect you and want to see you win in life. So there are good women out there, but you're going to have to put in a little bit of work. Don't give up though, you guys. BigHerc916. What's up? BigHerc916, and I would like to introduce you to Little Herc's Big Lessons. My wife and I decided to come out with a children's book series that encourages young children to be strong, to make good choices, and also teach valuable lessons. Lesson 2, Speak with Strength. At school, Little Herc's classmate Maria looked upset. The bigger kids were teasing her about her artwork. Hey, Little Herc said, stepping forward, Maria's art is awesome. Let's show some respect. The bigger kids shuffled their feet and walked away. Maria smiled at Little Herc. Thanks, Herc. You're always brave enough to stand up for what's right. Little Herc felt proud. Speaking up is what strong people do. You can pick up the book, link in the description.
I gotta hurry up and wash my ass. Go to BigHerc916.com, pick you up a bar of soap, and wash your ass, or else you're gonna be under arrest too. Oh, .com to pick up a limited edition GTA poster signed by me for $10, or with your purchase of a Wig Splitter Porsche t-shirt, I'll throw in a free poster signed by me for you.